Good morning and welcome to another edition of the Sunday Hangover Show. Let's see. Okay, this week's sponsor, Joe's Steaks, formerly Chink Steaks on Torresdale Avenue in Northeast Philly. Now, the constant Philly battle between the greatest cheesesteak, everybody says Pat's and Geno's and Jim's. I'll tell you what, Joe's does a fantastic job, and the great thing about their spot is this. They actually, you can get a cheesesteak and like a fantastic milkshake, like big giant milkshakes. They have a great staff. I've literally been going there for like 30 years. Joe's Steaks on Torresdale Ave. And this week's topic is, I love spam email. So here's the thing, for those of you in corporate America, or those of you not in corporate America, that may be the biggest business ever, is spam email. So I don't know how it starts. I mean, I guess we can go with like the easy layup first. Like if you get porn email, like, and it's someone that says, hey, I'm 30 minutes away, or hey sexy, what are you doing tonight? Like normally that comes like if you're on some other site. So I don't get any of those on my phone because I never Google porn on my own phone. So there's that. But there's other things that come through the email now. Like, perfect example is my wife enters the Publishers Clearinghouse thing every year, and she uses my email. So she enters every possible online contest, and then to avoid any trauma or drama, she then basically puts my email. So that attaches you to a bunch of different things. So here's my issue, and things that are talked about in the news. Like, I'd like to know, like, where there's a handful of emails that, like, that scare the hell out of me. Like, the erectile dysfunction ads, they don't necessarily bother me too much. But the penis growth ads, that's kind of bad. Because, listen, if you've never seen one, I'm going to help you out here. There's no link to click on. It's literally, as soon as you go to the email, it's a big, giant penis. Like, right there. And, you know, pretty much the quotes, increase your size by 10% or whatever the hell it is. Like, who the hell is sending these? Because really, it baffles my mind. So that's one I would no longer like to get. Now, the one that's always funny, because it always makes the news, is I always get the ones from either someone pretending to be in the service or someone pretending to be in the Middle East. And I'm going to help them bring over anywhere between $1 million and $7 million from the Middle East, because they're in a pickle. All they need from me is my social security number, 3 pints of blood, 5 references, and pretty much any bomb that you can make in your basement. That one never made any sense, and I don't know who's behind it, but like everybody says, spam emails are just sent out to everyone. So they basically, it's like a little system where they send them out. Now, a couple of the more fun emails that I get, as I love getting the one for burial insurance. Because if you're ever feeling your age or having a birthday and you open your inbox and it says, maybe it's time to get burial insurance. And I'm thinking to myself, well, if my wife's entering me for all these Publishers Clearinghouses, she's definitely probably the one behind the burial insurance. She's got to be. There's no other way around it. Here's what's bad part of email, is they find out who your friends or relatives are and they get their name, and then that comes up in the heading. So for instance, like most of the things that I mentioned earlier about the erectile dysfunction comes from my mom, which I don't think it's any of her business, and I've questioned her multiple times, and she claims that she has not sent them. So that's the other thing. So then you have to reach out to the person and say, listen, I think somebody stole your email. You know, that's kind of the thing. Any other spam emails that, you know, really, I'll tell you what I do like. I like the fact that they tell you that you've won something. Now, as you can tell, that I haven't shaved because I'm waiting on these free razors from an email that I have not gotten yet. That's kind of what I like. And it's perfect. It says free Gillette razors. And I'm like, yeah, that's probably worth a minute worth of my time. And they send you into 19 different pages. And those 19 different pages are like, well, do you have to get a mortgage? You know, are you employed? Are you unemployed? Are you looking for a car loan? You go through 19 pages of shit to get a free pack of razors. I haven't gotten the razors. You know, basically, to fill that out, it took me about 3 or 4 business days from beginning to end. So stay away from anything that's free, because it's that old adage. It's probably not that free, just in all honesty. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Well, you know, we could probably close with today's topic. I don't know what side of the fence everyone is in for the Super Bowl today, but speaking of ads, that is always the best part of the Super Bowl, is some of the ads. I'm sure Budweiser will have at least 10 to 106 ads during the games they normally do. A couple car companies, that barely clothed woman from GoDaddy, which actually I'm a big fan of GoDaddy. They really help with building websites and everything else. Not throwing out a plug there. But so who do I like for the Super Bowl? Well, all I'm hoping for is to get through the day unscathed. Everybody knows I have to work on Sunday and I have to work football, and being hungover and banged up is an unpleasant experience. And where I work, they do a special, like an all-you-can-eat special. So it should bring out pretty much as much of the unwashed masses as possible. We'll have a lot of good folks, but we'll have a lot of terrible, terrible people that have never been outside of the house probably since last Super Bowl, when they've been summarily locked up and then sent away. So Patriots, Atlanta, I got to go with Atlanta. He's a kind of a local guy, Matt Ryan, so I'm going to get behind that. But if you're on the Patriots side, that's great. You know, root for them. Otherwise, have a good day. That is the Hangover Show. Don't forget Joe Steaks, Torresdale Avenue, and I'm out.